In this video, we are going to see 3 major changes that are present in the beta version of update 25. And the very first and the most important feature of this update is the plague territories. Plague zones are nothing but safe zones but for plague hearts. Here I got a plague zone in front of me, and let's see what are the visual changes we will see when we enter the plague zone. We got plague smoke at the very edge of plague zone, and we also got plague dust flying all around the place. Now we are at the center of the previously shown plague zone, and this area has got 3 plague hearts. If we check the buildings in this area, we can see how many threats each building do have. We can claim these buildings as our outpost only after all their threats are destroyed. So we can no longer make an outpost near a plague heart. In green, standard and red zones, the location of all the hearts will be revealed right after we start a new map. But Nightmare and Lethal Zone used to reveal plague hearts only after we get close to the plague hearts. Now let's see how the plague hearts are revealed in Lethal Zone after the introduction of plague zones.
By the look of this area, there must be a plague heart nearby.
Since we entered a plague zone, the location of the plague heart that was creating this plague zone was automatically revealed. And now let's see how big the plague zones really are. I made an outpost near a plague zone, and we can see the plague zone is extremely big compared to our outpost safe zone. Now I'm going to stand in the edge of plague zone and check how big the plague zone exactly is. The plague zone is approximately 600 meters wide, and it is same across all the difficulty levels. Now I'm going to find how big our outpost safe zones are and compare it to the plague zones. Our outpost safe zones are approximately 130 meters wide, and the plague zones are approximately 600 meters wide. That is all the things I have to say about plague zones. Now let's see what is the second most important feature that is present in the update 25 beta. The outpost overhaul. I will classify outpost overhaul into 3 categories: upgradable outpost, non-upgradable outpost, and landmark outpost. The resource outpost are the upgradable outposts. Now let's see how an upgradable outpost will work. When we claim an upgradable outpost, it will be in level 1 and it will give us 1 resource per day. Upgrading them to level 2 requires few hundred influence and some materials. Now level 2 outpost is giving us 2 resource per day, and if we upgrade it to level 3, it will give us 3 resource per day. Previously, the food outpost in Nightmare Zone gave us 1.5 food per day, and the food outpost in Lethal Zone gave us 2 food per day. The same way, a max level food outpost in Nightmare Zone will give us 4.5 food per day, and a max level food outpost in Lethal Zone will give us 6 food per day in update 25. Only food outpost will give us more resources in harder difficulties. Other outpost will only give us a maximum of 3 resources per day in all the difficulties. That is all the details about the upgradable outposts. The non-upgradable outposts are power stations, water tanks, cell towers, and espresso shops. These outposts cannot be upgraded, but they offer one feature that the upgradable outposts have. That is learning basic 5th skills from our outposts themselves. We can learn gardening skill from food outpost, medicine skill from meds outpost, craftsmanship from materials outpost, mechanics in fuel outpost, chemistry in ammo outpost, utilities in power station and water tanks, computers in cell towers, and finally cooking in espresso outpost. In upgradable outpost, the outpost must be upgraded to level 2 to learn a skill from them. Here in a level 1 outpost, there is no option to learn a skill. We only got the option after we upgraded the outpost to level 2. But one advantage of non-upgradable outpost is they don't need to be upgraded to learn their skill.
We'd be idiots not to turn this into an out. All right, folks. The outpost is up and running.
Whenever Undead Labs add new features to the game, they sometimes will make an existing game mechanics useless. And this time it's the basic 5th skill textbooks. From update 25, we can learn all the basic 5th skills from our outposts themselves. This means we no longer need those 5th skill textbooks. Even in a new lethal zone map, we can always find the special outposts that are not covered in plague zones. Here I'm in a new lethal zone map and I have got 29 plague hearts. Here I can find cell tower to learn computers, water tower to learn utilities, ammo outpost to learn chemistry, meds outpost to learn medicine, and fuel outpost to learn mechanics. All these sites are not covered in plague zones, so I can easily climb them as my outpost and learn the skills without textbooks. And finally, the third category of outpost overhaul, the landmark outpost. The landmark outpost is a special outpost and each map will have one landmark outpost that is completely different from one another. Here I am in the bottom right corner of Providence Ridge.
We should set up an outpost here. I don't see any more zombies around. I'm finished here. The new outpost looks good.
Here we got 3 options to choose from and we can only choose one at a time. The first option gives us 4 beds, the second option gives us morale boost, and the third option gives us rooftop sniper support and threat reduction. One thing we should know is this sniper support is just 7.62 mm at very slow rate of fire, so it is almost useless. Now I am in the bottom left corner of Cascade Hills.
We should set up an outpost here. We're all set here on the new outpost.
All 3 options in this outpost just give us free materials upkeep, but with different cost. Now I'm in the center of Drucker County.
The new outpost is secure.
The first option gives us 2 meds per day and plus 10 max health to our community. The second option gives us 2 meds per day and minus 10% injury severity. The third option gives us 2 meds per day and plus 30 infection resistance. Now I'm in the middle left of Maker Valley.
We should set up an outpost here. The new outpost is secure.
All these 3 options just give us base-wide electricity but for different cost. The outpost overhaul is complete and now let's see the third most important feature that is found in the update 25 beta. In update 25 beta, if we go to settings, controls and remap controls, we can see an option called cycle weapon. To test this feature, I took a revolver as my secondary gun and tested this feature, but it did not work as of now. So it is a feature that is currently under development. Maybe we will get a secondary gun slot in this area. That is all the important features that are present in the update 25 beta. I hope you found this video useful and we'll see you again in the next video.